Okay, yes, I am recording. Sorry, I was pulling up the folder to see the file, and it's like, no, I saw something else for it. So, this is for the graphics quality analysis, so we're going to be working through these, except for ray traced reflections. So at the end of the final part, oh, by the way, it's course cues provided by Tinsley PR for Deep Silver. So at the end of the final part, I basically said, because performance was so damn solid on the RX 580, which I'm going to turn that back on, it was so solid. It's like, while recording even, so there was still a healthy CPU load, not related to the game. I was seeing, like, in the 90s and 100s at literally the highest configuration, less the ray traced reflection. So it's like, okay, you know what, I'll do the graphics quality analysis on the test system. Well, turns out that won't work because even though I think the game supports the Steam cloud saves, they're currently not enabled. So the save file is only on my desktop and I have no idea where. I looked for it in all the usual places, could not find it. Couldn't find anything suggestive that it was this. It was also weird because I couldn't find. I would think that it's on the in the Steam folder, which, you know, if you know the code number for the game, you can find that, and the code number is easy to find. You look at the screenshots because those are the JPEG screen and the PNG screenshots. The PNG screenshots have the number in the file name, and the JPEG screenshots are in a folder under that name as well, under that code name. So figured I could find it. Nope. So we are stuck with the 580, but in a way that's good, because it is a hell of a lot easier. You have no idea how much easier it is to spot differences on the desktop with the monitor than it is on the test system and the television. Okay, so we already know how this looks. I'm gonna actually load up, get in there, which, yes, I am in Stega. Gonna hang out here for a moment. Okay, let the stuff stream in. Yeah. Grab a screenshot. Yep. Okay. Immediately I can tell the anti-aliasing. Son of a bitch, I can't necessarily tell you about much else. Eesh. Hang on, let me... I'm trying to spot the aliasing right now. I mean, yes, the aliasing is obvious. I want to see if I can figure out what the different settings are. Like, I could believe that low is in fact off.
The pirates have set a trap! Someone help us!
Understood.
I shouldn't actually do that, but whatever. Okay, that is weird. Okay, I need to look. I need to look at something now. Like, this is important to look at. Alright, the review guide. Oh yeah, that's what I already had open. Alright, no. Huh. Okay, that is weird. I'm gonna have to track that down. I'm a little out of practice for doing these things, by the way. Right now, though, this low setting seems fine to me. It is weird, though, how the, how some of the effects are.
All are destroyed.
Thank you for all you've done. Here's a small gift.
The atmospheric effects, both the plume around the main engine, but also at the front. I'm sure it's being captured. They're just like on and off at times. It's like that is not right. But it does remind me of like in Darksiders 3, there were times when it was when with the effects setting, which I think we have here. Yeah, effects quality. When it seemed like it wasn't so much changing the actual quality of the effects, it was changing how often it was present. In that case, if I do that, yep, now they're always on. Alright. Oh, damn, I just realized that. Because of how the movement works, the aiming. Oh man, that I'm never gonna be able to do screenshot differences in this. I mean, I took 2, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get anything better than that now. Back. Actually, this. I'm gonna try. Let me quickly. Okay, yeah, the changes on. The position changes in these screenshots aren't that much. Okay. Huh. Yeah, let me see what I can do. So I'm just looking at the epic and low presets, basically. That's what the screenshots were, and I'm gonna see if I can like add GIMP into the view, but I first need to get them up. There. Alright. I have no idea which would work. Would GIMP be game capture or something else? It looks like it's not game, so it must be window capture then. You know what? Hang on. Because I don't know exactly how it'll work, I'm gonna pause the recording and come right back. Alright, so I'm back. Yeah, and it's just window capture. Unfortunately, it's the right window even. So yeah, this is the epic screenshot I took in at the epic setting, the epic preset, so we can zoom in and see the different details and such. This is at 2/3. Here's 100%. Okay. Here it is at low, which is where we currently are. And there are definitely some geometry changes. It's not that bad though. Interesting that the bloom, well, that could just be timing. That over here, you can see the bloom on the acceleration gate with low. You don't see it on epic. But as I said, that could just be timing. Yes, the lighting itself is quite different. It's darker on epic. Which that could just be like, oh, we're doing ambient occlusion. Not that big a deal. Now here, let's do this. Even though I don't think it's going to be nearly as... There. Whoa. So this is the difference filter. Now, yeah, this stuff, actually, I don't even know. Is scripts being captured? No. That's being captured. That we can't ignore. That's just debris that isn't there anymore. So, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. But looking at the textures, man, there's a lot there that's missing. Hang on, let me do something that's gonna make my life a little easier. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, you really can see it there. There is more detail. That's not just lighting. Well, it might be some extra processing to like bring out more contrast there, but Because at this distance, I don't notice that. But when zooming in, I can definitely see that there. What's more interesting is this. This chain. What setting would that be? Let me turn GIMP off there. That could actually be view distance qual. I'm serious, it could be. Because it might be using a different LOD, different mesh MIP. Is that right? I mean, it's like, can I just call them pyramidal parametrics? It makes a little more sense. So here, let's... That is weird. That is a bug. That legitimately is a bug. Hang on. Alright. I'm just gonna do this. It'll make my life a little easier. There. Alright, let me just see that did get saved. Did? Good. I will report that bug, because that is a damn annoying bug. Sorry. The low preset, leave the menu and come back, changes to custom, and has a couple settings different. I should actually also check that for the others. Now be thorough. So medium, which actually can even just do that. I could believe in some cases. Yep, same with medium. So it's probably also high. Epic is probably the only one immune because they're all the same. It might be that they're supposed to be all high here, but for whatever reason, view distance quality and texture quality aren't ever. When I built up the thing, yep. A non-preset. View distance quality and texture quality are what get changed to match the name of the preset. As normally they are shown as being one step above medium when we set it low. Okay, that'll be enough for me to report. All right, now we're just gonna work from this. So it's like I said it. We know that's what we're at. Okay. Okay, right now I'm just thinking as far as everything goes. I mean, yeah, that's a little... effects quality I want to look into for something that's better than that. But also...
doctrine. Now they want us dead.
Anti-Aliasing. I want to figure out those two. But... I mean, this is acceptable. This really is. Sorry. Whew. Yeah, that's like... That is really exciting.
We burned all of them.
We would never have seen our families again. It's less than you deserve, but here's something for you.
Okay. So I can definitely see... Let me... Okay. Alright, I'm gonna back up. Since I managed to cross the line. Alright. Okay, there. I doubt it. But, wait, no, I can use this. Haha. Alright. Oh, no. Oh, I love it. I love it when games do this for me. So it changes in the background. So you can see, going from low to medium, we see some changes. High and... Okay, high and epic, I'm not immediately seeing it, but it's hard to see. Okay, but I can abuse the hell out of this now. All right, let me just make my life a little bit easier. There. Okay. Oh yeah, that was some last. I still have some old like PNG in the folder. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Set that to low. Use this. Boom. Boom. Turn that back on. Yeah. You really don't need to ask. Crap. Screwed up. I screwed up. Okay. Some things might have changed. Hate it when I do a stupid like that. Get rid of those. Hang on. So there are two things I do wonder with GIMP. One, why does it not have snap to canvas edges by default? Two, why does it have that under view? Seriously, I've not been able to figure that one out. Okay. So that's low. Please let medium be aligned well enough. Okay. It is. The force is a little bit off, but it's not that bad. No, I'm just gonna take them over. Take new one. There. And it'll just make my life. And I do like making my life easier, especially for stuff like this. Yeah, I know I need to go through each one. But for now, the view distance and the anti-aliasing are probably the only two I'll do this with. The others, well, maybe I still will. I don't know. I should also look at the resolution scale and see how low down we can go on that. That I will reference off of high, though. And what are these other options? Oh, filters. Oh. So I could make Forza invisible. Neat. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I was like, he is normally part of it. So, oh wait, I could also get rid of these. Can I just get rid of that? I can. If only I'd realized that. I mean, that's fine. Don't remember if I already took that screenshot or not. Oh, I'd have to do that each time? Alright, then, yeah, I'm not gonna. Alright, and put it here. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I did take that screenshot twice. Low. Medium. High. And I will turn GIMP back on. Oh. I'm just gonna rename. Boom. And by the way, I know that's you're not filming the screen, but the GIMP window itself is not. So if I were to do that, then there would be scaling involved. And it's like, it's bad enough this is going to be compressed. Okay, so this is epic and high. Yeah, I couldn't tell you that. Oh, sorry. Accidentally the opacity there, which may not make any difference. Holy crap. Okay, there is a way. There. Alright. And let me also. Okay, I can't tell if this is actually being. If the. Am I looking at the stuff actually appears it? I want. Yep. Okay. Whew. How much did it have to change to get that? And actually. Oh, man. Huh. That makes me wonder. Um. What I'm doing is messing with the levels. Yeah, so currently, white, as in 100% pure white, is set to a value of 6. 0 is pure black. White is normally 255. Okay? That's how far down I had to go to bring out this stuff. And here, I'll just start taking it up a little bit until we get things to disappear. I'm at 22. Okay, I can still make it out. I'm just gonna. Okay, I can like barely tell there's anything there, and I'm at 40. So, yeah. There is no clear difference between high and epic. Which means then that the view distance quality has a maximum of high. Using screenshots and difference overlay. No difference visible between high and epic. Might be a resolution thing. As in, like, if you had 1440p or 4K, you might then be able to really tell a difference. But as it is now, no. Oh, and by the way, so you know how I did this? I made a new layer from visible, so that way I was editing it and not anything. So I can give it a. So, and this is high, but might be resolution pendant. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I really want to say to that. Well, yeah. The only differences I could bring out were like differences in compression. No. Which is funny, because these are PNG, they're supposed to be lossless compression, but there still could be just how it decided to encode things. I could see that being a little bit different. Now, if I compare the JPEGs, those would be more different. I'm not going to do that. So this is high, and medium is enabled below it. Let's... Boom. Okay. Huh. I'm going to go back to normal. Okay. Huh. That's actually very curious. I was just, if you look here, it doesn't change at all. If you look over here, which is further away, it changes. Yeah. Difference between medium, and high is clear, but not necessary. I feel like the same is also true medium to low. And let's difference that as well. Actually, I'm gonna do that. It's like this is low, and you can definitely see some stuff. Yeah, I feel like at low is where we're actually starting to get things besides just like a mesh detail. Okay, so this is high and low. So definitely a lot easier to see differences. See that there are differences. But to be honest, let's go back to normal. I would. There being no difference between high and epic means high is the definition of maximum acceptable quality. Epic adds nothing. However, I think low is perfectly fine. I mean, it's like, if you want to go to low, you're good at low. There is... I don't see the need to go higher. Though differences are clear between low, medium, high. Low still looks good enough that you can just go with that. I mean, that legitimately is my feeling here, is that there is no substantial reason to go to medium or high unless it's like, I can. Which, I mean, for me, that's what I do. I mean, the performance is so rock solid for me. Why not? So I would continue to play it at that. Yeah, I'm just clearing out there. Out of GIMP, I mean. Okay, so setting that... Actually, we're going to have that at high. So now I want to work through anti-aliasing. Which actually I can save myself a little bit of time. Because I already have, since I'm going to use the photo mode, I already have this at low. Alright, no. Setting. Medium. Photo mode. So, my guess is, if this is like with some other games where it's like off FXAA, TA, and then TA, FXAA combined, that it's at high that we're actually going to see an improvement. Yeah, I can see some. Well, I can still see some aliasing, but I want to say it is better than it was. Settings. Epic. Now, of course, this is also something that is going to depend on movement as well. So I will need to look at that. But let's go through this stuff first. Okay, I've confused myself. It looks like I took an extra screenshot. Okay. There's... I should actually just be deleting the screenshots as I don't. There. Get back on. So this should be with it at epic and here. Let me do this. So this will be comparing epic and low. Okay. That, what? Huh. Huh. That's a problem. That also means then that what I thought I was seeing was nothing. the heck? I can see it in the background there. Huh. Alright, you know what? Wait, that should be off. Huh. Anyway, but it's like, there's a vignetting that appears that... Huh. You know what? That actually makes some sense. Anyway, okay, so the vignetting, I don't know about. I would turn that off if I can. Post-processing may also include ambient occlusion. So in the right spot, that it may really make things darker for that. Shadow quality, low to medium, down in the lower right there. It almost makes me wonder if it is like just enabling shadows. But we can see shadows in other places. So I don't know. It's also possible that actually, yeah, let me look. You know, this actually might be legitimately post-processing, and shadow might include ambient occlusion. I've seen many games, though, where it's the reverse. Even though ambient occlusion largely is with shadows, that's what it's doing. It's reducing the amount of light in an area because there's, like, less light that can be getting there, that can be reflecting there, you know, bouncing off of other surfaces. So one way I can think of trying to explain it is a floor would be at a brightness of, say, 10. Like, if there's a single light source, it would just be at 10. Because the amount of light coming in ambiently has a full half sphere that can fall onto any single point on the floor. Whereas if you have a wall then, so you've got a perpendicular angle there, you now have a quarter sphere that the light can fall in on. So if it's the same amount of optical flux, I think technically that's right, same amount of light that can go through that quarter sphere that you can draw there, any section of that as the half sphere, it'll have less light, so it should be a little bit dimmer. That's the kind of thing that I've seen ambient occlusion do that. I think that was a Hitman game, actually, where I spotted that. So, yeah, it is related to lighting and shadows, but I have seen it tied to post-processing, because in many cases, in some cases, it can be done in post-processing. Texture quality, though, why is that? I'm seeing a change, like, in the background there. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna... Hi. I don't remember this much aliasing on. What's that before? That? Wow. You have got to be kidding me. This might be a legitimate bug. Oh, damn. Wow. Post-processing quality is controlling the anti-aliasing as well. Yep. Actually, that's not even in as well. Can you tell me there's a difference between this and here? You know what? We'll even turn that stuff off. Boom. So this is post-processing is turned up. Anti-aliasing is turned to low. Alright. I am sorry, I did not realize I forgot to close out GIMP. But, hide GIMP, I should say. But that's post-processing. Let me, so I know. There's a reason why I don't normally use GIMP in a video like this. Yeah, who do you think I am? I'm a Buildzoid? If you've watched his videos, you understand that. If you haven't, don't worry about it. Okay, so this is AA turned up to epic. And yes, there's so much aliasing here. Actually, let me become Buildzoid for a moment. What's a proper Buildzoid color? What is he? I think he uses an orange? Oop. Yeah, I'm trying to get... Like, that is not... Okay, that's bad. If I want to get fancy, I could go and try to grab my drawing tablet. I think he uses one. I don't know. But I mean, yeah. I mean, there's very clear aliasing here. The small dots like that one and that one that I just covered up. That I'm almost certain is the result of polygon popping. That's just it is supposed to be a dark line. Then that they are the samples just falling on the darkness just right. There's also some in there. I mean, this is. But boom. Look at that. And that's the post-processing being turned up. The anti-aliasing setting is doing nothing, I think. Which, one way to confirm. There's one very good way to confirm. Now we have them both up. So I've got post-processing at epic for 2, and I'll have anti-aliasing at low and at epic. And if this shows nothing, that is another very significant bug. And how much you want to bet no one but me has found it? Because no one but me is crazy enough to do this. Alright, here, there. Son of a bitch, I just realized I did, I am sorry, I keep forgetting to turn it off, but I did just take a screenshot where all I did was change the, anti-aliasing to be at epic. So, question is, can we spot a difference between this layer and this one? I mean, I already can tell you I can't. Difference. Oh my god, there actually is a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. There. That anti-aliasing was taken care of. That very tiny, this almost could be an error. It's there. Oh my god. This is... Wow. Yeah. It seems... I'm putting this in the bug... in my bugs notes. That post-processing has a larger impact. Well, post-processing quality, so I know what it is exactly I'm talking about. Larger impact on anti-aliasing and the anti-aliasing setting itself. Based on comparing screenshots between AA low post. Well, here, let me... I'm just trying to think of how best to note this, really. PP epic. A epic. PP low. And a epic. PP epic. Okay. Which does mean I need to actually make sure I keep these videos. Sorry, keep these screenshots. Chorus AA. AA, epic, low, and yes, I do recognize it. It's silly to have to say AA and PP like this, but AA low, epic, epic, Epic. Now, to be fair, if they are using TAA and potentially also FXA, FXA is full-on post-processing. There's nothing to it but that. It's just a filter. TAA is kind of both. It can be done actually largely post. It depends on if you include the motion vectors or not. So, yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that post-processing would have some impact on anti-aliasing, but this is like, what is the purpose of the anti-aliasing setting? Okay, so I need to make notes here. You know what? I can't. I have to leave them empty. I'll put a note in, but it appears there is a bug here with the setting. Well, with the option. Well, no, with the setting really not influencing the amount of aliasing. Instead, it is post-processing quality seems to control this. Have screenshots prove it. Now, it is also fair to point out, because I'm not in motion for this, it is it isn't necessarily representative of the game itself, but this difference shouldn't be that extreme, and it is also, this is sort of a best case scenario for TAA. Like, in theory, properly done TAA, when there's no motion, there should be no softening of the image. Like, in motion, that's where you should be seeing the softening. It should actually be coming close to, basically, super sampling. If you have no motion in TAA. Okay. So, now I get to have this fun. I'll just leave it out. So, at low. That is what it looks like. Grabbing a screenshot, even though I don't think I really need it. I mean, it'll help me again. Yeah, because I have no idea where the difference is going to be between medium and high. Low and medium, that was obvious. That was clear. But I don't know about the other. There. Low. Medium. High. And F. Okay. So let's. Well, turn GIMP on. There. Okay, so this is Epic. And here I'll set it to 100%. There. High. Oh, I can just make it out. Wow, that is subtle. So immediately Epic is not the max. That is too subtle. I would not notice that in game. Okay. High and medium. I got nothing. I see absolutely nothing here. Let me. Nope. There is nothing here. I mean, we can do the layer trick, but I don't want to do that. The level trick, I mean. But not just now. Then medium to low. That is very obvious. That's got the anti-aliasing. and other stuff. Also the darkness, it being a bit darker, which, I mean, it's not a bad darkness. Yeah, I'm gonna say medium for the minimum. But this is low is still acceptable if you have to go to it, but medium is such a nice step up. Low is acceptable if you have to, but strongly recommend medium, as it improves things so much, in part by enabling anti-aliasing. Well, by applying, I should say, instead of enabling. Because if I go in and I turn off anti-aliasing, it's still going to have the anti-aliasing. It's like that whole setting seems broken, which is why I'm definitely going to report that one. Okay, so high shows nothing. Showed nothing different. So I've turned Epic back on. So this is the difference between medium and Epic. Here it is between low and Epic. Just like confirm that, hey, there is a difference. You can see that vignetting. And a lot of aliasing. Holy crap. But I mean, this is completely what difference looks like when you have anti-aliasing. When you have something that has anti-aliasing, something without. Because you can see it's really just along the edges. There is some in here. It's hard to tell how much of that is like post-processing effects. I'm just trying to think, it's been a while, but can I tell what kind of anti-aliasing it is just from this? Yeah, let me actually do that. Oh yeah. There's definitely a pass of FXAA on here, I think. Because, see this right here? How there's some speckles? They're gone here. Now, that could also be from the vignetting, but we're close enough to the center of the screen. I don't think that should be the case. But FXAA does have a low-pass filter, which means a high-frequency detail like that is softened to the point of not being present anymore. And yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, if you look at any of the noisy, basically, that's not what I wanted. There. At any of the noisy stuff around here, like that is just removed. And oh yeah, like right here, right along here, there is a like a crease in his metal. That makes sense. You can also see it over here. It's just lit up differently. It all but vanishes on Epic, which is this screenshot. It all but vanishes over here, whereas here it stays there because the lighting allows there to be such a contrast that it would survive that filter, that low pass filter. Whereas over here, the contrast is dim enough that it actually is removed. We also see the color itself changing a little bit, like a more saturation to it. But yeah, and oh man, there's also this right here. That just vanishes. That actually shouldn't be. What the heck is going on here? I do not know. But okay, hang on. Let me go back to this. Okay. Because I need to decide, is this enough for it to match? Layered, new from visible? So that I can freely mess with the levels? Okay, so this is white is at 40 instead of 255. So this is just now going between epic and medium. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's there, but it's really not that worth it. So the maximum is medium. There are differences between epic and medium, but they are very subtle. Well, to the point, I not think they are worth it. Medium and high showed no clear difference at all. And here I can actually, you can quickly test to make sure about that. Because why not? This video can be stupidly long. What's wrong with that? New from visible. I mean, hey, you got to see me live discover a bug. Yeah, level. Yeah, I mean, looking at the histogram, it looks so much like earlier. So yeah, this is at 20. This is almost certain. What is with that though? I don't. Why is there a box? What is this box from? What? This is between high and medium, and there's a box. I got no clue. What the hell? I don't know, but the white is at 20. Remember, it's normally 255, and it's now at 20. So let me. Okay, so it right here. What the hell is that? What? I have no clue. This must be like some sort of quirk or something. Or, well, no, I guess it's in the noise, so that's why I can't really see it. Okay, so there is a difference between high and epic. It's not a clue difference, so I don't need to change my note, but it's like, what the heck is this box? I don't know. Alright, clear that out. So what's next? Shadow quality. That can be at high. Okay, so I can see the difference between low and medium. But I want to go.
Our fight is different now.
Yes. Now we hunt the circle.
Is that difficult for you? To be on the other side?
Not at all. Is it difficult for you?
Sometimes I feel like I should be paying my own price. And I may kill people who once fought at my side.
You are the only one who truly fought at my side. So nothing will change.
So, for you, one target is the same as another?
No. I look forward to confronting the Prophet.
Really? Why?
Reasons of my own.
And we already know what those are, at least if you watch the previous part. But the last part of the gameplay. My thinking here is mainly when we get to the effects portion. I also just realized I should first. Wow, that is not that big. It is possible that a different location would show more. Effects quality isn't showing anything. Hey. Let's try in the lightning cloud then. Although, hang on. Yeah, the only difference I see is low to medium. At least for doing this. Texture quality not changing doesn't work. Because, I mean, and this is something I've talked about in other things, that I can remember when, experiencing a stutter because of, like, texture quality being too high for the amount of VRAM on a GPU. But those days are done. I want to say that the memory, that VRAM is far less important today than it used to be, that they've gotten so good at streaming assets in and out that I was like, because I've had the GTX 770 playing modern games where it's like where texture's turned up to high and such, and it still works fine. I don't experience any stutter that I can attribute to that, and not just it's a GTX 770. So it does not surprise me that texture quality, we might not see any difference. We really might not be able to see any. You know what else just could mean? Even here we might not see any. Okay. This may work. Yeah, and shadow, I do see a change there. I don't know how much it really matters. There is a change. Medium to high, I can see a change. Okay, so, but we're going to work on shadow quality right now. I do feel like pointing out, some of these I'm doing the screenshot difference with. I'm doing the screenshots, not just because I've already got the process figured out right now, but also because I don't know if I could spot them otherwise. Yeah. Which actually, hang on, I should also... Okay. So that's... I do need to look at that. And I don't really know where I'd find a better spot for shadow quality. Set that down to that. I'm just gonna do this by eye. I can't tell you that there's a difference just looking at it by eye. It might be screenshot different, but like if I compare screenshots, I might be able to spot it, but oh, damn it. It's not a problem, though. I have what screenshots I need. Get back on there. So this is low. No, there. Low. Medium. High. And epic. Yeah, I can tell you there's. Oh, there is. But, very, very light. It's like literally the amount of bloom on the particle effect. I don't know why I said like literally. It literally is that. It is just the amount of bloom. Try and do this right. Like if you look at that, you can see that it changed. There's also some up here. That's not enough to. That's irrelevant. Same kind of thing, going high and medium. So then, Oh, now that's interesting. I'm toggling on epic and medium at the moment. I'm not spotting any. Yeah, this is the difference between epic and medium. This is it between epic and high. So there are differences there, but very little. And then this is epic and low. Oh. Wow, that's... Okay, so we can actually see it. Right here. So, like, that's low, and obviously that is, like, a high-resolution shadow map on the left side, lower resolution on the right. But once you go to medium, immediately that's better. We've got softer edges. This is high. It might be over-softened. And epic, I can tell you that. But I will say this. That's not enough for me to care. I'm just like that very much I think is screenshot difference territory. So low's the medium. I'm putting epic as the maximum. Epic is max only because I can spot screenshot differences. But that does also translate to you don't need to use epic. I'm just being generous here. Stick with low. I mean, yeah, I'll go a little bit more in detail. You can see a difference between low and medium, but I doubt there will be any impact on gameplay. Closing that. Hiding that. And now for shadow quality, which... Oh, wait, no, I was already looking at that. So we can leave that high then. I'm just thinking... Actually, no, that... Yeah, actually... Yeah. Different location. I feel like the Enclave is going to be better. I was thinking about going to Nimica Prime, which is like a space urban kind of setting, but it's also... You don't have textures like this. There's actually detail in this texture. There, a lot of it is like, oh, it's just, sheet metal. So it's all very static. Very, very consistent. Whereas this, it's just, like, I mean, look at that. There's so much noisy detail. That's good. I mean, it's like that there is information here to see, whereas in that, it's more, the information is just the meshes, not the texture. You know what? Here, we can actually... Alright, this is at low. Photo. Oh, good, I can't. Spacebar there. By the way, my expectation with texture quality is I will not be able to see any difference. Okay? And by the way, I'm noticing some flickering in some things. Which I want to mention because that could also explain. Like right now, there's some flickering to the right of Forza. I'll try to point out where in the screenshot. For now. Do. GIMP on so I don't forget, so that's low. And I am changing the layer names in case you were wondering. Like that's part of the reason I do say this is medium. That I'm just like affirming to myself this is what these are as I'm writing it in. High and there we go. Epic. Alright. 100. Oh, and it is over here that I was seeing flickering. Okay. Alright, so epic to low. That, how do you like that? It's right where I said there was flickering. Which could be that the flickering is actually what's causing it. Okay, so I can see it here. Like that, okay, that is like legitimately texture quality difference. Okay. Down here. Yeah, some of that is also. I don't know so much about, like how it seems as a central line along that rail. I don't know about that. That feels like that could be something as well. But here's high. Then here's medium. How does this? So epic and high, that's what I'm going between right now. I mean, yeah, there is right there. But that's... that's very subtle. So there are actually some difference. I swear, this is flickering down here. That's all that. And this is epic and high, the difference for epic and high. Epic and medium. Back to 100. Medium and low. Okay, epic and high is definitely screenshot. Epic high. Definitely screenshot. High. High to medium. And medium low are more obvious, but not necessarily going to impact gameplay experience. So, maximum is high, minimum is low. Can see the difference between low, medium, and high, but low is perfectly set. I don't have a note for shadow quality minimum. Difference between low and others is very minimal, but present. So low is set. I need a drink of water. Because I even paused the recording so that I could clear my throat a bit better. And then it's like, once I unpause, I need to do it. Alright, there. So all that's left is effects quality, which, based on what I know from Darksiders 3, we might not actually be able to see any difference with the photo mode.
We're under heavy attack.
Heading over. Ready to assist.
Well, hang on. Oh, wait, no, not there. Here.
I'm destroyed. Defeat them.
Victory is here!
We burned all of them.
We will never have seen our families again. It's less than you deserve, but here's something for you.
There. Alright, so we can see the atmosphere pulsing. Atmospheric effect pulsing. Oh yeah, definitely more frequent at medium. More frequent again. Then at epic, they just stay on. Okay. This we might actually be able to. Yeah, not really. I mean, I can see some change here and here, but I mean, I think it's probably just the thermal distortion effect, and I don't care. I'm sorry. That's definitely one of those where it's like, you don't need this for gameplay. You're fine. So I'm not even gonna bother with screenshots. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. Low is minimum. Epic is maximum. It appears most of the effects are present. It is the frequency of their appearance that differs with the setting, well, with the option. For example, the atmospheric effects while boosting or at sublight, which is the dumbest name for that. I'm sorry, it's all sublight. I mean, it's like, when you're just moving normally, when you're boosting, and when you're in the sublight mode, that's all sublight. They're all sublight engines. Anyway. Pulse on low, medium, and high. Well, pulse on and off with low, medium, and high. Whereas they are constant with epic. And the pulsing frequency increases as you go up the option. Fundamentally, though, it doesn't matter too much. As in, if you gotta go to low, or if you have to not be on epic, you can. It's not gonna hurt anything. I would recommend epic, though, because I think that pulsing on and off is annoying. I don't know why games are doing that. I think it would be much better if it were actually like, no, these effects are disabled. But that's not what they're doing. I would recommend epic to avoid the pulsing. Really wish games did not pulse like this, but actually disable some of the effects to provide the differences. Okay, there. Okay, so now I can't do ray trace reflections. I already explained why at the very beginning, but I'll say that I'll say it again just to be clear. I would have to use the RTX 2060 or 2080, but the 2060 is in the test system right now. The problem is I don't know where the save files are, so I can't I'd have to like replay a significant portion of the game in order to get that, and I do have other things I need to get to. I don't think the time is going to be worth it, especially because it's ray trace reflections, right? What in this image is reflective? There's Forza, but one could also say, here, let me actually, I mean, you look at him, that's a lot, he's mainly a matte color. He's not actually glossy. He's not that reflective here. So, yeah, it's like how much impact is it actually going to have? I don't think it's going to have enough to be worth it. So, this will be bad. And let's, that can be up. Set that up, because I think that did have a small impact on the anti-aliasing. The rest, I don't care. Oh. Don't go to 50. Although I will grant, this with sharpening might not be too bad. Yeah, let's see, 60. That's... Actually, no, we're not... Sure. This... I think on my television it would be fine. Like,
some radio chatter.
At enough distance, this is actually tolerable.
Let's disrupt their little operation.
But it is very clearly soft.
Damaged.
Good riddance.
So this is 70.
Let's check it out.
Oh. Yeah, I can tell. I need to go somewhere where there's more light than.
So this is what called out to me. Good thing we picked it up.
It would be so nice if this had a sharpening filter option. 70, I think, might be doable. 75, I think, might be sweet spot. This actually looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 75 for the minimum. 70 look noticeably softer. Sharpening filter cast, for example, could probably make 70 viable. Yeah, that's basically all I got there. And it's not like resolution scaling, especially since it only goes up to 100. It's not like there's a maximum there, it would just be 100. 80 looks fine. I mean, yes, I can see some softness there. I can see some softness. No, there, where that main flap comes up, I can see some softness there on Forza, but I mean, if you gotta drop it down, I don't think that this is, 80 looks fine there. 75
I detect a shipwreck nearby.
Looks acceptable as well.
Might be valuable salvage there.
Let's see.
85 does look better in that than 80. I can see that. I mean, true, it has been a short moment, but 85 and 90 might be... No, I can see it is a very slightly sharper at 90 than 85. How does 95 look here? I just want to... so I know I have... Okay, so this is 95. Okay, no, I can tell. I can see 95 and 100. I can see the softness there. But to be fair, that is like always what the most,
Maybe I can
where the most obvious is. The moment you go to sub-native, you can see. Maybe not at 1%. Like if I could go to a 99, but no, definitely 195. You can see that. It's not really worth noting though, since the maximum is 100. It's not like, oh, let's see what 105 looks like.
They should fetch a nice price.
Hey, pilot, talk about good luck. Drop by. I got an offer for you.
Here.
How about a trade? I'd take that salvage off your hands and give you something else in return.
All right, you got a deal.
Win-win, I'd say. All right, I'm out of here.
See you around.
All right. So, I'll collect performance data at Epic because that is what I actually played at. Just gonna clear. Wait. Oh. So I'm thinking, yeah, I can collect data here. I think that just with the amount of debris and such around, kind of stuff, that'll be fair. Okay, here's where I'm thinking. I can do Steg Essential because of the debris. I could also do Steg Rim, but I'll do Steg Essential since that's where you start. Amarok, and Nimica, I think, will be the 3 spots I collect performance data. Because Amarok it's nice and open. So that'll be like, the best performance you'll see will be Amarok. And I don't know, actually, between Nimica and Stega. I could see those two being very similar. Nimica might be a little bit easier because you don't have the debris and such floating around. So Nimica might be better, but it does have more ships though. So that actually might balance out. But yes, I will do that next. But yeah, so just looking through this, we have for minimums, view distance quality is low. You can get away with that. Yeah, low still looks good enough. But the maximum is high. It takes screenshots to really see any screenshots and like the actual difference filter, difference overlay to be able to see any difference between high and epic. Anti-Aliasing quality I think is bugged because it didn't seem to be doing anything. Post-processing, I say medium for both low and maximum. Because it's just too subtle between epic and medium, but from low to medium, that was such a leap. Low, you can get away with low, but if you can do medium, do medium. That's why I'm making that the minimum. Shadow quality, low to epic, because low is completely acceptable because the differences are so minimal. And I'm just being generous to make epic the maximum. Texture quality, low is perfectly good. You can beat that, but you don't need to. I don't think it's really going to impact the gameplay experience. Effects quality is, it mainly looked like it was just that pulsing effect, which if you want to avoid it, like I do, you go to epic. If you can tolerate it, then low through high is whatever you gotta do. And with resolution scaling, 75 I would say is the minimum. And now true, this is at a 1080p class monitor that I'm like 1.5 to 2 feet away from. So at 1440 it may be different, at 4K it may be different. And also there's, like I said, 70. If I had that up on the television, I probably couldn't tell. I probably couldn't say that I would probably have 70 be the minimum there. 70 and 75 wouldn't be all that different. But as I also said, though, I could see it, like if I turned on radiant image sharpening, which would take restarting the game, because it's not just built in as an option. I could see 70 being viable with that. Maybe also 65. I know I didn't look at it, but maybe, because in some games I have seen where the sharpening gives you 1 extra notch, sometimes it'll give you 2 extra. Alright, so I can stop this, and yeah. Actually, and I will report the anti-aliasing issue, because that's a weird one, and that really is annoying. Because that's basically, hey, this entire setting has no meaning. That is a bug. That is quite a bug. All right. Sorry, just it's a little weird how the mouse was going over the preview in OBS, and it showed me the outline for GIMP, even though it's not visible. But it just made me go, huh, because that almost kind of sort of lines up with where that box was that we were seeing with the shadow quality. Not quite, though. It's too small. But, yeah, I've got no idea what was up with that. I really don't. Alright, so stopping the recordings shortly, then I'll collect performance data, and then I can really get down to the writing. See you next time.